There's a lesson in this for everybody. Pay attention. This one, ladies, listen, listen, listen. So, a jealous ex-partner murdered the mother of two children right in front of the children, and now he's been jailed. Nothing can bring that woman back. He only got 27 years. I think for the fact that he murdered her in front of her children, traumatizing those children for life because the children are not small, he should at least be confined for the rest of his life. Where did this happen? Why did this happen? How it happened? I'm about to tell you right now. This person's name is Obert Moyo. Obert Moyo is 46 years old, and you're looking at the face of a demon. He attacked Perseverance Percy Nukube. I don't know who the hell named their daughter Perseverance, but okay. She was 35 years old. He was 46. He attacked her in her bedroom before he chased her into the streets and stabbed her through her heart with a foot-long meat skewer. Her 10-year-old daughter and her 12-year-old son bravely fought, trying to get Moyo as he entered the family house, forcing his way in the early hours of November 10th of 2023, and strangled Perseverance. He strangled her on the bed in her room with her children fighting. Their efforts were partially successful because she managed to get off the bed and escaped the strangling, and her children pushed Moyo back as they ran out of the house in Little Hulton, Greater Manchester. Clutching a mobile phone, Perseverance dialed emergency number calling the police, and she told the operator, she said, "There's a guy that's running after me. I know him, and he's gonna hurt me. Help me. I don't know why she just didn't say murder. He's killing me." Now, seconds later, the defendant caught up with her. Moyo caught Perseverance, and he delivered one single blow to her chest with severe force, pierced her lung, and went through her heart with the meat skewer. Prosecutor Elias Marshall, King's Counsel, told Manchester Court the children can be heard in the background on the emergency call. One of them laid beside her as her body was laid out in the street, while the other one prayed for their mother to please don't leave us. God, please save her. I don't know if you could picture this picture in your head, right? This woman ran from the house. And a woman is so in fear that she ran and left her two children. That man could have been vindictive. He could have been like, "Run, bitch, run. I don't give a fuck. Run. I'm going to kill your kids since you running." And what if he had grabbed one of the kids and slaughtered them? But she was that much in fear that she ran down the street and left her two kids there. And he gave chase after her. She wasn't fast enough, or she didn't have enough endurance. She ran out of breath. He caught up to her and delivered that fateful blow with that meat skewer to her center of her chest. Now, as she is laid out in the streets, now as he is running after her, her daughter and her son are running after him, hoping he doesn't catch mommy. And he caught her. And as she is laid out in the streets, can you imagine one of those children laying next to her and another one standing there praying, because that's what he knows how to do? Moyo fled the scene before he was arrested in Bolton later on the same day. A rucksack or a knapsack or a backpack that Moyo brought to the address, that was later found to have contained various items, including a rusty hammer, a knife, a screwdriver, a black face mask, and a picture showing Perseverance and him together. Obviously, they had a relationship before, and this is one that he just couldn't let go. Every day, with a burning pain, I miss her. I miss being able to hug her. This is what Perseverance's son said. The prosecutor said that Perseverance ended their relationship last summer. She ended the relationship in summer of 2022. And then she was dead in November of 2023. And he is now being sentenced in April, last day of April of 2024. Just so you have a timeline of how the events unfolded. The prosecutor said that Perseverance ended their relationship last summer when she discovered that he was cheating on her. He was contacting other women, having relations with other women, but he could not accept that it was over because she didn't want to be with a cheater. She didn't want to be with a man who wasn't for her, unfaithful, liar. And then he started to stalk her. And then she met another man in September of 2023. Remember, they ended the relationship the previous year in 2022. And she met another man all the way in September of 2023. But this man has been stalking her, so he's seeing this guy taking her out to dinner, dropping her off. They kissing in the car. And he was fuming because he used to actually live with her. And her children knew him as stepdad. Damn. It's crazy how these men will cheat, right? How they'll have their woman on the side, and then they'll have their regular woman at home. And the woman at home finds out, and she gives them an ultimatum. Some women don't even leave. First go around, second go around, third go around. 3 times now I caught you cheating. They don't even leave. They'll tell you, get rid of that woman. I know what you're doing, right? And he'll deny it till she turned into super friggin' investigator. And you know how sisters do when they start investigating. They're about to pull up all kinds of stuff. Even stuff that's not happening. And then there you are. You get caught red-handed. And what do? She said, this is it. I've given you multiple chances. I can't do this with you. Go be with those women that you're chasing. And you can't handle that. And now you want to kill the woman because she refuses to be with your cheating ass. That's crazy. That's not a gallus friend. Gallus, move on. Woman, and she got 2 children that are big and they're not even his. So why the attachment to her? But you see, that's what obsessive, compulsive, possessive, narcissistic really looks like. Now, in the months before her death, he was regularly seen by her neighbors hanging out outside of her home. This is what the courts were told. And electronic data showed them that was fitted by the Home Office because he was an overstayer in the UK. They located him right there for almost every evening in November up to the day of the stabbing. Now, I know somebody is going to say, why didn't they go after him before that? Well, I don't know. His immigration situation wasn't right. He was overstaying. They had tabs on him. Immigration had tabs on him, and they can locate his whereabouts. And they're able to tell that he was right outside her house for that entire month, leading right up to the day of the stabbing. Her neighbors saw him too. Moyo, he was on what they call license at the time of the killing from a 14-year jail term that was imposed at the Lewis Crown Court in January of 2013 for attacking another woman following their relationship breakup in 2013. So he done did this before. And he beat that other woman so bad he got 14 years. Now, I've seen men put their hands on women before and they get like 3 years, 4 years, beat the brakes off of a woman and got 5 years. I don't know what kind of beating he must have delivered to this woman for the judge to say, nah, you deserve a decade and a half almost in prison. 14 years. I want some of my British people to tell me what being on license at the time means. Because he was already read 14-year term that was imposed at the Crown Court in 2013. The fact that he was with somebody else before and he did this to them, and then he met her and was with her after, moved right along like nothing happened, right? The victim was working at a care home when Moyo broke in. This is the first woman that he did this to. She was working at a care home. This man broke into the care home through a window by unscrewing the window, and then they had a bar on the window, and he burnt the metal bar off with a blowtorch. This is a psycho. Think of the level of perseverance it takes. It's crazy because the second woman, the victim, her name is Perseverance, and I just said think of the level of perseverance it takes. Can't make this up. This man unscrewed the window, burned off the burglar bar with a blowtorch. Once he was inside, again he was armed with numerous weapons, just like how they found him later at Perseverance situation. He had numerous weapons, the rusty hammer with a claw on it, screwdrivers, 2 knives. And he went, found her, and repeatedly punched her in her face. Then he cut her with the knife. And then he tried to strangle her. Not tried to, he did strangle her. So that's the reason why he got 14 years. But then he was on license. I'm guessing that means he was out like on probation or something. Ms. Marshall said, similarly to the present case with Perseverance, Moyo had a picture of that victim also in his bag that he brought with him when he was going to do the crime. This is a psycho. This is somebody who cannot take rejection. And women, y'all better understand that there are guys out here who can walk away from you in the blink of an eye. Not because they don't love you, but because they're built like that. They know that there are other women out there for them. They won't harm you. They love their freedom. They won't jeopardize themselves. They'll go find somebody else. They'll be hurt. And they'll cry. And you won't see it. But it won't kill you. You won't even know that they're hurting. But then there are those who will take your life. Some of y'all should know who you with. And if you have plans of leaving them, you want to leave silently. You want to leave on a day when they think everything is well and good. These ain't the type of men that you tell, I'm leaving you. Get out. Psycho Bob about to try to take your life. So after he goes in this place and cuts this woman with the knife and punch her up and strangles her, they discovered it's the same ammo. The impact, though, that this must have on these children, that's unimaginable. Moyo, who lived in Brighton, he was convicted of wounding with intent, threats to kill, and aggravated burglary. Other previous convictions that he has includes harassment of 2 other women, 2007 and 2009, with the latter one from 2009 leading to another 6-month prison sentence. So it's like every woman this guy gets with, he does this repeatedly, and they get worse. The court heard that he failed to tell his probation officer as part of his license conditions that he had started a new relationship with Perseverance, who is a single mother who worked 2 jobs as a child caretaker and as a bookkeeper. You're a single mother working 2 jobs. Why the hell you need a man? And I'm not blaming the victim. I'm just saying, if I find myself in that position in life, man, I would be so focused. I wouldn't want anybody but my children. And I know you're human and you get lonely and all that, but if that man ain't coming to me with long pockets and giving arms, I don't want you. Because what can you do for me? I have 2 kids and I work 2 jobs. So unless you come in to really sweep me off my feet, what I can't understand is, why did immigration and law enforcement in the UK wait so long for this guy? Because if you look at his track record, it goes back to 2007, 2009, where he assaulted the individual who he broke into the care home and cut and beat up. So they kept him there even though he was an overstayer, not legally allowed to be there. Like when you travel somewhere, your visa expires and you just decide to continue to stay. People get deported for that. Why was he allowed to stay up till now? 2024, he's still in the UK. And he kept on doing things to women until he eventually committed murder. Man, listen, if I was those 2 children that this woman, Perseverance, left behind, I'll be looking to get an attorney and sue the damn state, or sue immigration, or sue whoever. But, you know, I'm over in the US, and sue is the thing that works. I don't know if that could be done in the UK. So, Moyo, the same crazy guy, he was supposed to tell his probation officer that he started a new relationship. That means they know of his pattern. So they told him, if you start a new relationship with a woman, you have to notify us. Damn. Moyo, who had lived in Brighton, he was convicted of wounding with intent, threats to kill, and aggravated battery. Other previous convictions included a harassment of 2 women in 2007 and 2009 again, with the 2009 one leading to a 6-month prison sentence because of what he did then. The court heard that he failed to tell his probation officer as part of his license condition that he had started a new relationship with Perseverance, who is a single mother working 2 jobs as a child caretaker and a bookkeeper. In a victim personal statement, this is where it hits hard. This is where you can see the ramifications, the impact on the children. So in their personal statement, Perseverance's son, he said, "Me and my sister have been robbed of our mother and our whole life. Every day with a burning pain, I miss her. I miss being able to hug her. I miss being able to talk to her. Mom, I miss you and I will always love you. That's what the son said. The daughter looked at Moyo and said, I just want to say that you have ruined my whole life. You have stolen my mom from me. I really thought you were a father to me, but you are not. I hate you. Moyo pleaded guilty on Monday to murder ahead of the scheduled start for his trial, sentencing Moyo to a life term. Judge Patrick Field, King's Counsel, told him. The judge says Perseverance was described by others as trusting, kind-hearted, cheerful, hard-working, and a good example to all. She was a mother of 2 young children who will no longer benefit from her care. These children will no longer benefit from her love, from her guidance. What they witnessed you do to their mom was utterly terrible. Perseverance formed a relationship with you in the spring of 2021. Notwithstanding the advice of others who knew something about your background, so apparently people warned Perseverance. Listen, his background ain't too good. He beat women. He been in prison for beating women. He's a stalker and an abuser, and she went ahead with the damn relationship anyways. The judge said when Perseverance formed a relationship with another man in September of 2023, you were consumed with jealousy, and your behavior deteriorated further after stalking her, of course. This fatal attack took place in front of these children. You then ran away, leaving her to die in the street. The cries of distress and terror accompanying that scene were truly awful. The impact of those children, unimaginable. This was a calculated, premeditated, brutal, and wicked offense. He then said that features of the murder were remarkably similar to the offense that led to his 2013 conviction. Judge Field went on to say that this is yet another offense of serious and fatal violence committed against a woman in the context of an intimate relationship or the breakdown of such a relationship. I'm frankly less than convinced about your expressions of remorse, he told him. I'm not believing you are remorseful for this. The defending attorney who defended Moyo, Enoch, who sat in the docks with his head bowed for most of the hearing on Tuesday, said that we say there is real and genuine remorse, real concern for the family and friends of the deceased, something which he has continuously expressed to his legal team, and albeit late in the day, it has been reflected with a guilty plea. He has a real problem with the breaking up of relationships. There is clearly something in his psyche which causes him to behave wholly inappropriately when relationships are about to end. It is very interesting the deceased, Perseverance, knew about his past and still allowed him into her life, into her children's life. And everyone gave him a chance. And he succumbed to the damn same demons that have dogged him throughout his life. Moyo had been diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder following events in his childhood. And he had stopped taking medication and had reverted back to alcohol. said his attorney. Now, I don't know if he was in the UK seeking asylum. I don't know if he had a terrible childhood or he was one of those what they call them, child soldiers, seeing many atrocities in the continent of Africa. I don't know what his real background is. All I know is he came to the UK as a visitor. His visa expired and he decided to stay. And that's from way back in the early 2000s. And although immigration knew his whereabouts, knew where he was at, nobody picked him up. Nobody took him off the streets. He didn't go in for deportation. Even after he had beaten one woman in 2007, beaten and wounded another woman in 2009, and another one in 2013, and now he killed one in 2023. Wow. Ladies, be careful. I already said all I had to say. Warning. Leave your comments in the comment section below. And I'll catch you on the next video. It's SouFLoTV. I'm out. Peace.